please raise your right hand. Do you promise to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
Put down your hand. What did you promise?
Yes.
What did you promise? Did you promise to tell the truth?
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Yes,
good. Okay, explain how you are eligible to become a U.S. citizen.
I have a green card for more than 5 years.
Very good. What is your full name?
My full name is Hati Yidin.
Is the name on your green card the same as your legal name?
Yes, exactly.
Okay, good. What is your country of birth?
My country of birth is Vietnam.
What is your country of nationality?
Yes, the same Vietnam.
Okay, what is your date of birth?
My date of birth is March 31, 1964.
What is your date of permanent residence?
March 15, 2017.
Good. Good. Do you live in San Jose or Milpitas?
I live in Milpitas.
Good. How long have you lived in Milpitas?
I live there since I come the US to now.
Okay,
until
good.
now.
Good.
Good morning, teacher.
Good morning. Good morning. Okay, so now I'm going to continue on. Let's see. How do you support yourself financially?
We are a unified investor.
Okay, so very good. Have you traveled outside the United States in the past 5 years?
Yes, I have.
Okay, how many trips did you take?
14 trips.
14 trips? Wow. Do you go to Vietnam or do you go to China?
I go to Vietnam and other country.
What countries did you go to?
Maybe Canada, Mexico, and Costa Rica.
Okay, why did you go to Costa Rica?
I travel in Costa Rica.
Is it a vacation or is it for business?
A vacation.
Okay, great. Very good. Okay, are you married?
Yes, I'm married.
Okay, what is your husband's name?
My husband's name is Minh Trinh.
When did you marry your husband?
March 11, 1988.
Okay, very good. How many times have you been married?
I just one time.
How many times has your husband been married?
I'm sorry. Can you repeat?
How many times?
Yes, I just one time.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
Okay, good. Okay, let's continue on. Do you have any children?
I have 2 boys.
Are they in Vietnam or are they in the United States?
I born them in Vietnam.
Okay, good. Do they live with you in the United States or do they live in Vietnam?
They live in U.S.
Okay, good.
The U.S.
Okay, now let's continue. Have you ever claimed to be a U.S. citizen?
No, I haven't.
Have you ever voted in the United States?
No.
Do you pay your taxes every year?
Yes, I have a taxi.
Okay, have you ever, have you ever been a member of a organization or club?
Oh no,
Have you ever been a member of the Communist Party?
no.
What is communism?
The Communist Party is the same Vietnam, the China and Cuba parties.
Yeah, so it's the government parties of China, Vietnam,
Oh,
North Korea, and Cuba. So it's a government party, okay?
Communism,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, in the United States, we have the Democratic Party and the Republican Party, okay? But in China, they have the Communist Party. Sometimes they say CCP. I've heard them say CCP. Okay, let's continue. Have you ever been a terrorist?
No.
What is terrorist?
Terrorist is the same event September 11 September 11
Yeah.
2021 in the US terrorist attack the US the US.
Yoy. Very good. Okay.
Yeah.
Have you ever tried to hurt or kill many people?
I'm sorry.
I'm going to repeat it. Have you ever tried to hurt or kill many people?
Oh, I'm sorry, I don't understand that
Sure.
question.
Hurt or kill là làm bị thương hoặc là giết người.
Oh yeah. Oh no, I know. I never.
Okay. Have you ever tried to kill your husband? Okay. Let's
Yeah.
maybe a little bit, huh? Okay. So now let's continue. Okay. Have you ever been part of the police or the army in Vietnam?
No.
Did you ever commit a crime?
No.
Have you ever been arrested?
Oh no.
Have you ever been in jail?
No, I don't have.
Okay, good. Let's go to the last part. Have you ever been a habitual drunkard or sold or smuggled illegal drugs?
No, I never.
Okay. Have you ever tried to have you ever helped somebody come into the United States illegally?
No.
Okay, good. Do you support the Constitution and the laws of the United States?
Yes, I do.
Are you willing to, if the law requires it, are you willing to bear arms for the United States?
Yes.
What is bear arms?
Bear arm. I can. Yeah.
Okay, so
I understand, but I don't explain how.
Okay, I'm gonna do it very quickly, okay? So you can say, where is it? Use a gun to protect the United States. Or sometimes people say weapon. Whatever is easier for you to do this. So this is this one is called bear arms. And so you're in the army when you're doing this, okay? So again, bear arms, use a weapon to protect the United States, use a gun to protect the United States. Okay, so Hadid, are you willing to bear arms for the United States?
Use a weapon to protect the United States.
Okay, you gotta listen to me. So I did not say what, I said will, okay? So will you bear arms for the United States? Yes. What is bear arms? To use a weapon to protect the United States, okay? So sometimes that's difficult to hear the difference between what and will.
Yes.
Will you bear arms? Versus what are bear arms? Okay, so let's finish this. Okay, if the law requires it, are you willing to perform non-combatant services for the United States Armed Forces?
What?
Okay, so this one is non-combatant, and this is to work in the Army without using a weapon or without using a, oh, here Cape's called it. Without using a gun. So again, Hadid, are you willing to perform non-combatant duties in the U.S. Armed Forces?
Yes.
Okay, what is non-combatant?
A non-combatant is to work in the army without using weapons.
Joy, do you promise everything that you say is true?
Example, private.
Good morning, teacher.
Hi. Everybody, who wrote the Declaration of Independence?
Thomas Jefferson.
Thomas Jefferson. When was the Declaration of Independence adopted?
July 4.
July 4, 1776.
1776. There were 13 states, name 3.
New Hampshire, New Jersey, New York.
Yeah, New Hampshire, New Jersey, and the last one is New York. What happened at the Constitutional Convention?
The Constitution was written.
Yeah, the Constitution was written. Okay, and last one, when was the Constitution written?
1787.
1787. I just realized this is a two-part quiz. So the Federalist Papers supported the passage of the U.S. Constitution. Name one of the writers.
John Jay.
Yeah, John Jay. And he was a Supreme Court justice. What is one thing that Benjamin Franklin is famous for?
U.S.
diplomat.
U.S. diplomat. Okay. Okay, let's continue. Who is the father of our country?
George Washington.
Washington. Who was the first president?
Washington.
Washington.
Okay, and who was the second president of the United States?
John Adams.
John Adams.
John Adams. Okay, so this is a dictation that they frequently use. Adams was the second.
The second president.
President. Okay, very good. Say. This is the Bill of Rights and other amendments. We're going to talk about the First Amendment. And so we're going to talk a little bit about voting, which is part of the Constitution. And we're going to correct some sentences about the Bill of Rights and the Constitution. Okay, so let's see. Is Ishan here? Ishan?
Right here.
Yes. Ishan, can you read this one? The Bill of Rights and other amendments?
Okay. The founder fathers wrote the Constitution in 1787. They wanted a living document. This means the Constitution can change with the country. A change to the Constitution is called an amendment. Amendment.
Yes.
In 1791, a list of 10 amendments was added. The first 10 amendments to the Constitution are called the Bill of Rights. The Bill of Rights talk about individual rights. Over the years, more amendments were added. Now, the Constitution has 27 amendments.
Okay, very good. 27 amendments. So please remember that 27 is a lucky number for us. 27. Okay, we're going to try this one more time. Let's see. Toa, can you read this one? Toa? Oh, maybe she's not here. I'm sorry. Tran.
Yes,
Tran, please go ahead.
yes. The founding fathers wrote the Constitution in 1787. They wanted a living document. This means the Constitution can change with the country. A change to the Constitution is called an amendment. In 1791, a list of 10 amendments were added. The first 10 amendments to the Constitution are called the Bill of Rights. The Bill of Rights talks about
Individual?
individual rights.
Okay, so the individual is one person. Or you can say, or
Personal.
every person has rights. Okay, can I keep on going?
Over the years, more amendments were added.
Mhm.
Now the Constitution has 27 amendments.
Yeah, very good. Okay. We're gonna talk a little bit about those amendments now. So the Bill of Rights. So again, the Bill of Rights is the first 10 amendments to the Constitution. It talks about freedom of speech, freedom of the press, freedom of religion,
Catholic.
freedom of peaceable assembly, and this one is the right to petition. So right now, let's talk about this one. Again, this one is freedom of speech. Whoa. Again, freedom of speech. And so this one is you can say anything or speak any language. You can say anything or speak any language, no problem. Okay? One thing is that please don't lie.
Federally.
Please. You lie, it hurts freedom of speech, okay? But this is part of freedom of speech. You can say anything or speak any language. Okay, now this one over here, this one, do you know what this one is? Anybody?
Reading paper.
Yeah, so this is freedom of the press. So when you have freedom of the press, you can print and read anything. In any language. But again, when you do this, what did people ask you not to do? Please, yeah, this one, do not lie. Do not lie. Do not lie or advocate violence. So the same over here, freedom of speech, please, no violence. If somebody gets hurt, then they can stop you from what you're saying. So that's very, very important. So if people are starting to get hurt, then that's when they get shut down. So when you talk about freedom of religion, this one here is freedom of religion. Anybody know what that is? Freedom of religion. You can any religion.
No. Not that.
So you want to be Christian? No problem. Buddhist, Catholic, anything. But again, no violence. So this one is very important. This one here is
Freedom speaking. Speak.
And
I
plan.
want to. This one is freedom
Freedom of assembly.
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 We talk about freedom of assembly. You can free to meet or march. But again, no violence. And the last one you can, this one you can write to petition the
Right.
government
Government.
to change laws.
No.
So can you use bombs to change laws? No, but can you petition the government and ask them to change the laws? Yeah, no problem. So, yeah, to change the laws, save. So we're going to save this one. And believe me, we'll see this again and again, okay? Okay. Save. And I'm going to clear. We're going to continue on. So this is first freedom. We have freedom of speech.
You speak.
Yeah, so you can say anything. Next one, freedom of the
Yes.
press. So do you read newspaper?
In the press.
Yeah. Kuldeep, do you read a newspaper?
Sometimes no.
Do you read English newspaper or do you read Hindi newspaper?
No Hindi, no Hindi.
Okay, so
Only school books.
only school books. Okay, very good. Min, do you read any newspapers?
Oh, yes, sometime.
Do you read them in English or Vietnamese or Chinese?
Must do Chinese and must do Vietnam and English.
Vietnamese and English. I think Toy can read a little bit of Chinese. So people, Ishan, do you read newspapers?
Sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, I like to read the newspaper every day, but sometimes my cat sits on the newspaper, so I can't read it. So freedom of the press is you can read anything, you can print anything. The next one is freedom of religion. So when we talk about freedom of religion, this one, does anybody know this religion?
Yes.
This
No.
one is?
Right. Buddha.
Yeah, so this one, there is Buddhism
Buddhist.
or Buddhist. Yeah, we Buddhist, this one.
Oh.
So that's Hindu.
Hindu. Yes.
We have this one, Sikh.
Six.
Kuldeep, are you Sikh?
Hindu. Oh. S-I-K-H-S.
Yes.
S. No one, many Sikhs.
Okay, so Kuldeep, do you
Yeah.
belong to the Sikh religion?
Yes, I am Sikh.
Okay, very, very good. Okay, this one is Judaism.
No.
Judaism. This one. Anybody know this one?
This one Muslim.
Muslim. Or you can say Islam.
Islam.
This one, Christian.
Christian.
Kristen.
I'm a specific Christian. I'm my family. Where you are Catholic.
Catholic.
Yeah,
Catholic.
yeah, yes.
This one Catholic.
So okay, and this one, question mark. This one, I don't know.
I don't
They
know.
call this agnostic. And this one is atheist.
No intel.
No God.
No God.
No God. So some people don't believe in God, but so these are some of the different religions that we have in the United States. So I know that in India, there's so many religions in India. Taiwan has different religions. Vietnam has different religions. I was surprised to know in Vietnam, they even have some Muslims in Vietnam.
I only one Sikh.
Oh, Sikh? Okay, good. Okay, so now the next one is freedom of assembly. So a lot of people have been hearing about this one, the January 6th,
Violence.
whoops, clicker. January 6, 2021, there was a violent
Why?
assembly at the Capitol building in Washington, D.C. People had
attacked the Congress.
weapons and attacked
Attack.
the Congress.
Yes.
They tried to stop or they tried to change, or they said that Trump not Biden,
Not Biden.
not Biden
Become the president.
won the election. Yeah. The big problem here, the big problem with this one is that they were using weapons. So there was no petitioning. They were trying to attack it with weapons. So there's like, so now, now we are, now Congress is trying to find out the truth about the attack. Congress wants to protect voting rights and elections.
Election.
Yeah. So many people were, I've been watching this. So this one, January, so this one is going to become very important. You will hear about this one again and again, January 21st. And there were many people who had weapons. So very violent. So freedom of assembly does not protect violence. Freedom protect So again, this is freedom of speech. So if those people have petitioned the government, no problem. But instead they used weapons against Congress, and that was bad. So I'm going to clear this. We're going to continue on, okay? Okay, so the next one we're going to talk about is right to petition. So you can petition the government to change the laws. So recently, many people, whoops, many people petitioned Congress to stop abortions. They had so the Supreme Court agreed with the people petitioned to stop abortion. Okay. So now many people are angry and want women to have access to abortion. So now there are many people who are angry and want women to have access to abortion and women's health care. They are petitioning the federal
Protect.
and state government to protect the right to abortion. So many people will be thinking about this when we go to the midterms. So again, many people petitioned Congress to stop abortion. The Supreme Court agreed with the people's petitions to stop abortion. Now, many people are angry and want women to have access to abortion and women's health care. They are petitioning the federal and state government to protect the right to abortion. So this is a big controversy. So controversy means many people agree and many people disagree. It's a big controversy. So it's okay to march, it's okay to petition, but again, you cannot use violence. You cannot use violence to get the rights.
Peter,
Yeah.
what is petition meaning?
Petition. Oh, yeah. Thank you. I love you, Q-Tip. You're so good. Okay. 1 minute. Yeah. Good job. Okay. 1 second. I'm going to write it right here. Okay. So petition means to ask the government. To ask the government. To change the law. The key word is ask. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah, thank you so much, Kutip. That was really good, okay? The key word is ask.
I don't understand.
Yeah, that's why I missed you last week when you couldn't talk. So thank you so much. Again, so People asked the Supreme Court to stop abortion. They did it. Now people are asking the government to restart abortion. So as long as there's no violence, no guns, no problem. Okay? Clear government. Okay, so we're going to come back. We're going to go to the next one. This one, the right to bear arms. So it is okay to have and use a weapon to protect yourself. Yourself and your family. But it is illegal to use a gun to threaten or hurt another person. So this is a big problem. So now, especially when people go into a shopping mall or into a school and they start shooting the students, well, the students didn't do anything. Why are you hurting these students? So that's very, very, very illegal. So this is a big controversy. Some people have guns, other people do not have guns. Some people use them for protection, other people rely on the police. So there's a big controversy about the right to bear arms. So in Vietnam, do people have guns or no guns?
No, there one license need a gun is have.
In India?
India in the license issue, then you have a gun.
Yeah. Well, in the United States, it's too easy to get a gun. You
No.
need a license to get, in the United States, you need a license to drive a car, but for some people, you do not use a license to get a gun. Also, most people only have one gun. Most people have only one car or two cars, or maybe three cars. Some people, they have many guns. And so you think, why do they need so many guns? But
India is no easy license for any problem. No government gave it area.
yeah, I think they have mostly police have the guns.
No.
And I think the same thing in Taiwan and in China too. So in Vietnam, can people have guns in Vietnam?
No.
No.
No?
Yes.
Wow.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just in army use a gun.
Yeah, of course. People in the army, they know how to use guns, but some people buy the guns, but they don't know how to use the guns. It's very, very
Civil
sad.
cannot have a gun.
Yeah. I think we should do that in the United States too. But anyway, so let's continue on. This one is no quartering of soldiers. And it used to be that
But this one soldier is easily.
British, yeah. British soldiers lived in colonist houses. And the American colonists had to feed and support, the soldiers for free.
Oh,
For free. So like, Okay, if you pay me, no problem. But it was for free, and it's like, wow, that is a big problem. And sometimes the soldiers would take the people, or they would take the women, or they would take the animals. So this was really, really something terrible that that the colonists fought against. So no quartering, or another word for quartering is housing. No housing of soldiers. So can a soldier come to your house and live in your house? No, they have to live in their own place.
Officer is gifted.
Yeah, so officer cannot live in my house. So officer cannot live in your house. If you want to invite them over, no problem. But you know, it's for free. No. Okay. So now I'm gonna clear this one. We're gonna go on to the next one. This one. This is protection from search and seizure. So when you're in the airport, people can look at your bags.
Seizure law.
In the airport, in and port. TSA or the guards can search your bags. Why? Because we're doing it for safety, for everybody. It's about safety. They're looking, what are they looking for? They're looking for weapons, and they're looking for illegal drugs, or things that can affect people's safety, okay? But outside, and airport, the police must have a court order to search or take property.
Then one bank.
Yeah, oh yeah, in the bank people come in and they want to take your money. So there's always a guard there. The guard is watching everything. So there's always a concern about safety. But they have to talk about safety versus
my country is blank
privacy. What were you going to say, Kuldeep? Go ahead. Kuldeep.
privacy.
So you always have to balance safety versus privacy. You have to balance these two together. Okay.
Teacher, what is the TSA?
TSA, 1 minute, please. Oh, let me put that back, okay? TSA is transportation. And I think it's security. Either it's security or safety. Agency. They check your luggage.
Oh.
Yeah. For illegal.
Airport and station.
Yeah. So when I go to, when some people go to the airport, they have to stand in long lines, open their suitcases. They look for, people look for drugs. They look for alcohol. They look for knives. They look for anything that can cause problems.
Station.
Yeah.
Station.
Yeah. So this, And I can show you this a little bit later, but well, let's continue on, okay? So I'm going to clear this one. We're going to clear this. We're going to talk about right to a fair legal treatment. So this is when you go to trial. So this is when you go to court. You have the right to a fair trial. So here, when you're at a trial, what's a trial? This one is the judge. This is the judge. This could be the accused. This one is the lawyer. The lawyer, and this one can be a jury. And they help. So you have the right to have a good trial and a good lawyer. You have a right to a jury. So this is 12 people. 12 people listen to a case and help the judge
Yes,
decide if the person is innocent or guilty. So again, next week, Teacher Elsie. Be called to serve on a jury. So this one, yeah, may be called, sorry, I should say may. May be called to serve on a jury. So we will have to go and listen to a case. Okay, so now let's clear this one. We're almost done with this, okay? So in the United States, you can pay fines, but it can't be really, really expensive. So if you have a parking ticket, how much is a parking ticket? Maybe $50. Maybe.
senior citizen.
$50, maybe $500. Okay, no problem. But $50,000? No.
$250.
$250? Okay, no problem. Yeah, but this one, no. Too expensive. So, okay, yeah. Or they cannot beat you. They cannot beat prisoners. I know that some prisoners get beaten, but they cannot hurt prisoners. They cannot beat prisoners. Sometimes it happens, but usually you cannot do that. That is illegal. Okay, so next one. We have other rights in this one. For instance, we have the right to privacy. We have the right to privacy. We have the right to leisure. We have a right to a home. We have a right to work. And we have the right to education. There's other rights too. So when you're on the internet, do people have the right to see what you're looking for or what you're shopping for? No, that's your privacy. And then another thing is that we have state rights. So in the state government, they have the right to talk about driver's license or the right to create things for schools. So the Bill of Rights, so the Constitution was written in 1787. This one was added 1791.
Last is 79.
So what is the supreme law of the land?
The Constitution.
The Constitution. Very good. The
Constitution.
Constitution. Okay, what does the Constitution do?
That's
Set up the government.
Government.
Yeah, sets up the government and protects the basic rights of Americans. What is an amendment?
Change
Constitution.
Change the Constitution. Very good.
Constitution.
Okay, what do we call the first 10 amendments to the Constitution?
The Bill of
Bill
Rights.
of Rights.
Rights.
Bill of Rights.
Good. What is one right or freedom from the First Amendment?
Speak.
Speech.
Of speak.
Freedom of speech.
What is freedom of religion?
You can
And
practice
practice
any
Any religious or not religion.
Religion. Good. What is the rule of law?
everyone must follow the law.
Obey the laws.
Obey the law. You have to obey the law, or everyone must obey the law. Under our Constitution, some powers belong to the states. What is one power of the states?
Driver license.
Driver's license. Also school and education. I love driver's license. Okay. What is one responsibility that is only for United States citizens?
Both federal.
Yeah. Another one is serve on a jury.
Just on a jury.
Okay. And what are two rights of everyone living in the United States?
Speak.
Freedom as citizen.
Yeah, freedom. Okay, so let me change this a little bit. Okay, so I say up here, I say freedom of expression. Freedom of expression means you can read or write or print or say anything. Come on.
Freedom of expression and freedom of speech.
Yeah, this one. Yeah, sometimes it's a little bit difficult. Speech.
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 Freedom of speech.
Or freedom of religion.
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 No, not.
Speak. Religion.
All right. And let's see. I know you passed. So let's see. Kuldeep, I'm going to do it with you. Kuldeep?
Yes.
Okay, good. So now, how are you eligible to become a U.S. citizen?
Yes, I have a green card.
How many years?
5 years.
Joy, very good. What is your legal name?
No license.
No. Kuldeep, what is your first name?
My first name is Kuldeep Kaur. Kuldeep.
Okay, Kuldeep Kaur. Okay, good. What is your date of birth?
India.
No. Date.
Date
Date of birth.
July 3rd, 1950.
What is your date of permanent residence?
Resident permanent 2018.
Okay, good. What is your country of birth?
India.
What is do you live in Milpitas or San Jose?
Muhammad is Jennifer 70 Milpitas.
Milpitas, okay. Was your mother or father a U.S. citizen?
No.
Okay. Do you work? Do you go to school? Are you retired or do you stay home with your family?
No work. I am homemade.
Homemaker, good. Have you taken any trips outside the United States to India?
Yes, 3
Okay.
times.
Very good. What is your marital status? Are you single, married, widowed, or divorced?
I am widow.
Okay. Do you have any children?
Yes, I have 3 children.
Okay, great. Have you ever claimed to be a US citizen?
No,
Have you ever voted in the United States?
no,
Did you vote in India?
yes.
Good job. Do you pay your taxes every year?
No citizen, no, because the bill went 18, age is go an election.
Okay.
No
Kuldeep,
tax, my son gave it take, I no tax.
okay, good. Good job. Okay. Have you ever been a terrorist?
No,
Okay. Have you ever committed a crime?
no,
Have you ever been arrested?
no,
Have you ever been deported or kicked out of the United States?
no,
Do you support the Constitution?
yes,
Are you willing to bear arms for the United States?
yes,
Okay, and are you willing to perform non-combatant duties for the United States?
yes, then I protect.
Yeah, and are you willing to help during a national emergency like an earthquake?
Yes,
Do you promise everything you say is true?
yes.
Very, very good. Okay, so now. So this one's the same. Okay. Hey, Dong. Are you here? Dong?
Yet.
Okay. This one, how are you eligible to become a US citizen?
I am over 18 years on and had been legal permanent resident for 5 years.
What is your full name?
My full name is Dương Minh Hoàng, Minh Dương Hoàng.
What is your date of birth?
But
Happy birthday to
my
you.
date of birth is October 1972.
What is your date of permanent residence?
What is the resident?
That's your green card. What is your date from your green card? Okay, we'll come back to that. Do you live in San Jose or Milpitas?
San Jose.
How do you support yourself?
I work.
Okay, good. Have you taken any trips outside the United States?
No, I haven't.
What is your marital status?
I am married.
Okay. Do you have any children?
I have 4 children.
Wow, 4 children. Good job. Okay. Have you ever claimed to be a US citizen?
No,
Do you pay your taxes every year?
yet.
Yes. Do you belong to any groups or organizations?
No,
Have you ever been a terrorist or committed acts of violence?
no,
Have you ever been arrested or committed any crimes?
no,
Do you support the Constitution and the form of government of the United States?
yet.
Are you willing to take the full oath of allegiance to the United States?
Yet.
If the law requires it, are you willing to bear arms in the US Army?
Yet.
Are you willing to perform non-combatant services in the US Army?
Yet.
Okay, yes. Are you willing to help the government during a national emergency?
Yet.
Do you promise everything you say is true?
Yet.
Yoy. Min. Min.
Yes.
Oh, 1 second, Min. I screwed something up. 1 second. Okay, 1 minute. I'm sorry. Okay, Min, I would like you to read this.
Okay. Legacy feel very briny. A horrible goes through his mind. This man is going to take his money and shoot him. Then Legacy will die and leave his wife and children all alone. Now Legacy hears sirens. He knows the man hates them too. It's a very cold evening, but this man is waiting. The man unzips his jacket, and in his real view mirror, Legacy see the gun and 3 or 4 black bags. Legacy imagine there is money inside. He thinks this man committed a
Robbery.
robbery.
Yeah.
Robbery.
Okay, 1 minute. 1 second. Okay.
Now Legacy's cell phone is ringing. Legacy is sure it's Anna, and she is probably very worried. Legacy always calls Anna when she late. But the man tells Legacy not to answer the phone. It's getting dark now. Legacy ride around for another 45 minutes. I'm almost out of gas, say Legacy. The man look at the guy goes in Legacy taxi. It's true. This taxi can go much farther. The man look out the window and see a metro station. The subway in Washington, D.C. is called Metro. Stop here, says the man. Many people are going down the escalator into the metro station, and without another word, the man zipped up his jacket, gets out of the taxi, and disappeared into the crowd. Because he put his hand on the steering wheel, he sighed with reply, no fee, no tip, not even a plastic bag of ceremony thing. Legacy burst up alive.
Have afraid, apartment, asleep, besides, die, fill out, fill up, find, nearest, notice,
Body,
police,
police,
question,
question,
report,
report,
shaking, shining, street light, terrible, thankful, until, usual, war, worry, flashback, trauma. So flashback, this one is very unusual. This means to, let me make, oh, this is, I hate ads. 1 second. Flashback means to suddenly think about or to think about or show something that happened in the past, especially in a film or book. So you're thinking all of a sudden you think about something in the past, and sometimes it can be very bad. And this word is trauma. And this one talks about, when you talk about trauma, you think about something bad. Something has happened in the past that made you afraid or very scared. And this is something that stays with you. So sometimes they call that PTSD. So up here, I have something here about PTSD. But right now, I would like you to, we're going to read this silently. So this is Nagasi. And when he was a young man, soldiers came to his village. And so that's a really bad memory. So I want you guys to take a second and to read this, and then we're going to read it together.
Yes.
His hand stopped sucking. For a few more minutes in his study. He doesn't know about fear. There were times in Ethiopia when he was very afraid. That too a terrible work. So many people die. Never felt afraid like that in the United States. Until now, neither she died to the nearest her cousin and fill up each tent. Then he
Okay, let's see. Ishan.
Here. Okay. Negasi cannot drive until his hands stopped shaking. So he sat for a few more minutes in his taxi. Negasi knows about fear. There were times in Ethiopia when he was very afraid. He lived through a terrible war. He saw many people die, but he had never felt a fear like that in the United States until now. Negasi drove to the nearest gas station and filled up his tank. Then he called Ayana on his cell phone. Hello, he says. Sorry to worry you. Yes, I will be home soon. Negasi doesn't want to say more right now. He will talk about it later, after the children are asleep. On his way home, Negasi thinks about going to the police, but he doesn't really want to do that. Yes, the man had a gun, and yes, he didn't pay his fare. But Negasi is okay now, and he doesn't have the time to go to the police. He doesn't want to fill out the report and answer questions. Besides, the police will never mind that man. Negasi,
Sorry, the street light is on. No, sorry. Yeah, the street light is on from Nagasi's apartment building. Okay, and
he sees another light shining through his third floor window. Negasi is home later than usual, but he's home. He can see Anyana and the children again. He is very sensible for that. Negasi put his key in the tax door to lock it, but then he noticed something on the back seat. Thinks Negasi. It looks like a black bag.
ooh, so what's in the bag? So that's what we're gonna find out tomorrow. Okay.
Rich.
So we're gonna take a look at these words: fill out, worry, find, dine, and fill up, fill up. So now let's take a look at what's fill out.
E.
E, very good. Worry.
Ah.
E.
E.
D, very good. Okay. 1 second, please. 1 second, please.
See the overs. E.
La 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 la. Teacher Lisa is trying to contact me. Okay. Okay, so how about notice?
C.
See, okay, for to be find.
A.
A. Die.
F. F.
And last one is 6, fill up.
B.
C. Okay, so the B for bunny. Okay, great. Okay, so B. Okay, so now the next one is we'll continue up here. We're gonna go to we have cell phone, fear, gas station, hands, Ethiopia, war, minutes, United States. So Nagasi can't drive until his
10.
hand stops shaking. Oh my God, he's so nervous. Poor guy. Yeah, he's still afraid. Okay, so he sits there for a few more. He sits there for a few more minutes in his taxi. Nagasi knows all about
The fear.
Yeah.
fear, or there were times in. Where is he from? Where is he from?
Ethiopia.
Ethiopia. Wow. Okay. He lived through a terrible war. Oh, sorry. Yeah, terrible war. But he has never felt afraid like that in the in the
US.
United States.
Yeah.
He drives to the nearest
Near to
There is gay.
gas
Yes.
station.
Station.
And
Gas
then he calls Ayana and
cell phone.
on the phone. Okay, so great. Clear all the drawings. Okay, stop share. Okay, we're gonna stop now. Okay, I'll see you guys later. Okay? See you
Bye-bye,
later.
teacher.
Bye-bye.
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 Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, teacher.
Bye.